What's up, y'all? All right, I'm sorry this isn't on the first. I'm gonna close that out so I don't have to hear it. Why this isn't on the first Master Ninja Chapter 1 walkthrough, but to make it easier, because every time you want to do this, you have to go through the tutorial. I just did chapter select, but I put on Death Wish. So no accessories, minimum health bar, and I disabled every skill. I didn't show the fact that I disabled every skill, but it's very simple. I mean, you can tell. So there's going to be a couple of attacks we're going to rely on super heavily. You can take out two of these guys instantly if you can do this properly. So you want to run in and jump and do the Bloodraven Y attack. And you see how we got both of them kind of knocked down, or all three of them are knocked down, but these two are grouped together. We're going to run over and we're going to do a Bloodraven combo and we're going to charge the second hit. You will always kill both of these guys with that. This is a very, very consistent opener. And, you know, the only like bit of RNG or whatever is if your Bloodraven attack doesn't group all two of these guys up together. But if you do that in air, Bloodraven Y, hold, charge, and then into a X, hold, X, you will get this delim. And then it's just taking one out. Do that however you want. I also do recommend using a lot of the Bloodraven Shuriken attacks here. And as many OTs as you can, because Bloodbind is tough to keep up. So here, if you want to, so there's 5 enemies that spawn. One of them is an enhanced dude that has lightning. The other 4 are just like regular fodder, okay? So if you want to just take out the one guy, the elite version spawns in the middle. Just stand right in front of the triangle. However, because he spawns right in the middle of the triangle. However, if you kind of come off to the side, and it's really tough to position yourself perfectly, but if you get lucky, you can UT 3 of them at once. And you do pick up a Senjin War Brew before this fight, but do not use it yet. We're going to save it. And I'm going to show how you can cheese this encounter too if you want. So you see here where I was positioned, I'm able to get an ET technically on all 3 of these guys. So, you know, these 2 are already out of commission. They're at least delimbed. And now I can just come up. And this attack again, he's delimbed. Except I kind of screwed up there. You want to get your OT if you can. Now, after this, you need to head to the other side of the arena by the stairs because a rocket launcher guy is going to spawn. We need to make sure that we are on top of both of them. There's 2 rocket launchers that spawn, one right where we're standing now and one over at the other corner. They need to go down or you will die. So we're going to run over there. I actually waited a bit longer than I should have, I think. Yeah, really, you want to run over there and take out these last couple of guys before he spawns. I think it's 3 kills and then he spawns. However, I got unlucky in I didn't OT and kill the elite version. I should have just came over here either way, but I did a Bloodraven Shuriken to stun him. And you can see just how much like with such a small health bar. We don't have any heals yet. We have like 2 or 3 heals that we have at this point that we can pick up and buy. So, you know, you gotta not get hit, man. And even these Shuriken take off like way more health than you want them to. But we need to take this guy off right away. Now here's how you can cheese this encounter. Especially if you end up in a position where you have like a lot of red damage and you want to heal, you can just run over to these corners and you can charge UTs. In fact, you can cheese this entire... Look at that. That is so annoying. You can cheese this entire encounter by running to this box, charging UT. And again, like, it's all about crowd controlling, positioning, and spacing. Okay? That is the name of the game. You don't want to sit here and scrap them out. That's just going to be way too hard. You're going to get tagged. So, you know, use that Bloodraven in-air Y attack for crowd control and then create some distance. Now, another reason I'm coming up here because after we kill like one or two more people, another rocket launcher guy is going to spawn up here, and I want to be up here when he spawns. The attempt prior to this, I did this exact same thing, came down here, killed a few of them, and I was running them trying to kill him, and I died. So don't risk it. And then here's how you want to cheese it. You can run over here or to the right side over there and charge a UT. And you can just run back and forth charging UTs and trivialize the entire encounter. This is the only other time I do it, but you can, trivialize it if you want. So now we got our rocket launcher. You can tell the rocket launcher guy spawns because of this little white semicircle. Okay, as soon as you see that, that means somebody else spawned and you need to go take this dude out. And again, I'm launching on purpose because I want to finish with this attack, because this attack is just goated. And I could have gotten an OT there, but bullets deal a lot of damage and we can't risk that right now. So these guys with guns we need to take out. And again, I'm always finishing with this attack. Look at that. I think I just delimbed 2 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 11 people on the screen. It's ridiculous. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them at least are all taken out of commission for at least a couple of seconds. And that allows us to come over here and get some free damage or get an OT, whatever we need to do. This fight is insane. There's just so many people. So there's a Senjin Warbrew that you can pick up before the Umi Shrine. Grab that shit, and this is when you want to use it. Because if we use the Senjin Warbrew, look at this. All of our Bloodraven attacks are pretty much going to guarantee delimb. And again, like, be careful. You don't want to be scrapping it out like this too much if you can help it. It would have been a lot smarter to run to the other side of the arena, but I wanted to show the Senjin Warbrew being able to put in some work here. But we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the same thing. Get a couple delimbs and crowd control. Same thing. Look at that. And the fight's pretty much over now. It's really not that bad if you can like figure it out. It's still really bad. I'm lying. But look at like Ninja Gaiden 1. Like when you started playing Ninja Gaiden Black or Sigma, how many times did you die in the first room in chapter 1? A lot. A lot, right? Especially before you knew how to like UT chain. Now chapter 1 in Ninja Gaiden Black is pretty simple because we know how we can kill the crows, we know how we can chain essence, we know how to use lunar UTs, and we can make that chapter a lot more manageable. In Sigma, however, without equipment, it is still a very, very tough fight. But I still like, I struggle just about the same to do this as I probably do with no equipment and no Grip of Murder in Sigma chapter 1. It's really not that different in terms of how difficult it is. You just need to like, understand what you need to do to take these enemies out. You need to have good positioning, good crowd control. You need to create distance between you and that fucking group of 11 dudes that are chasing you down. But yeah, that's pretty much the fight. It's a really good fight. It's, if you're not quite ready to do a Master Ninja playthrough on Fresh Save, I would recommend just coming here on Death Wish, disable everything like I did here, and, practice, because this is the same thing. This is the exact same as the Fresh playthrough. Same health bar, same skills, same everything. So, yeah. I hope that helps. Sorry it's not part of the other video, but I screwed up. Later.